Remember me in a Bible cracked and faded by the years. Remember me in a sanctuary filled with silent prayer. And age to age and heart to heart, bound by grace and peace. Child of wonder, child of God, I've remembered you. Remember me.
Grandpa Bernie is what we like to call the Dream Grandpa. It was because of him that us grandchildren are so close today. We're only first cousins, but it feels like we're all brothers and sisters. He was always there for every significant event in our lives. From every karate tournament, band concert, dance performance, hula, soccer, softball games, and of course never missing a promotion ceremony, graduation, or birthday. Even though 4 of his grandchildren live in California, he would always fly out when he could to be there for them. And every birthday, he would always give us a card that he handwrote, and in the card would be the exact amount of cash as our age. Grandpa Bernie taught us many things too, like the importance of going to church and having a relationship with God. He led by example by keeping his mind and body sharp regardless of his age. He taught us to give our very best in everything that we do by being a true example of a grandfather who gave his very all, his absolute best, to be there for his children and grandchildren. Most of all, he shared and left behind a legacy of love, a family love that will now be passed on for generations to come. In this video, we, the Biscocho cousins, would like to share our thoughts and special memories about Grandpa. Memories that made us laugh and cry. Grandpa Bernie will always be remembered, and he will always be in our hearts.
There's countless things to love about Grandpa Bernie. He was a loving, caring man. He supported his family. He was there through everything that we had to endure, through all of the events, through family losses, family gains, everything. He was the best grandpa.
I think he was the best grandpa because he was just there for everybody, no matter what was happening. He was always there to support and love us all.
He is the best grandpa because he not only took care of me or my cousins, he took care of everybody. He took care of all of my aunties and uncles and my parents. He took care of everybody in the Philippines, and that's why everybody looks up to him, because he was like father for everybody. It didn't matter who you were, and that's why everybody loved him.
What I love most about Grandpa Bernie is that he was always friendly and warm-hearted, and he always knew to put family first before anything else.
Some things I love about Grandpa was he was always really welcoming. Anytime you came in the door, his head would always turn to you and his eyes would get wide. And then he'd have a big smile, and then he'd always shake your hand. And he'd always notice when somebody wasn't there. He'd always ask, you know, if Riley wasn't there, it's like, oh, where's Riley, or where's Aaron? So he was always aware of his family.
One thing I love about Grandpa is that he was a family guy. You know, like, he was always here for our family to support us no matter what. And he would support each cousin whatever they did. Like, he would support Riley in band or Aaron in dance. And for me personally, he would support me because when he would come over to our house on Saturdays, he would always tell us, oh, play guitar, and then, you know, we play guitar and start singing, and then he'd always end up clapping at the end and make us feel like we are good.
I think my favorite moment with Grandpa golfing was when I went to the driving range with Jarek.
Yeah.
Remember that, Jarek?
Yeah, it was I think it was a weekend. Everybody was over here, and then we went to the Kapolei golf course, and then we were doing the driving range, and Grandpa Bernie was showing me and Kuya Riley this brand new golf club that they just got, and it was like, I think it was like golden. It was a nice one, and then yeah, it was brand new, and we went over there, and then I remember Kuya Riley was using it first, and then Grandpa was showing me how to do the pinky and pointer lock, and then I remember swinging it. I hit it a couple times, and then one time I swung it really hard, and then I looked back down, and then the ball was still there, but the club was out of my hand. So I realized that it was gone, and I looked behind me, and Kuya Riley was looking at me. They said it splashed in the pond all the way on the other side, and then we had to I was scared to tell Grandpa, so I had Kuya Riley come with me, and we told Grandpa Bernie.
When Jared told
Yeah, he
Grandpa
was mad.
mad at the golf course. And then when we came back here and he told Auntie Vina about it, he was all happy.
He was laughing.
Jared lost the club! I remember seeing the club too. We're like, whoa! Jared! That was such a funny moment. Oh, I'll never forget that.
I was lucky because I got to spend a lot of time with Grandpa. You know, from 5 years old, he put a golf club in my hand, and I've been golfing with him ever since. I was his golfing buddy, and I was so lucky. I was always kind of jealous that Grandpa would always take Riley to the golf course, and he would never take me. He'd always only take me to the driving range. Because I always wanted to drive the golf cart, but I don't think he wanted to take me because he knew I would be reckless with it. Actually, one time I actually hit his I crashed into his golf cart when I was driving it.
I always golfing with Grandpa every time. We'd go that one time, the driving range. I think who was there? Me, you, and Ryan. We were trying, because I want to learn how to play golf. Yeah. Damn, he always corrects me. He always tells me, "Watch Riley!" Watch Riley.
I had a special relationship with Grandpa because of that golfing. Wake up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, go to the golf course. Sometimes be the first one there. No one would even be there yet. We'd be there at 5 o'clock. And we'd just wait in line. Those are good times.
Fond memory that I share with Grandpa Bernie is I remember when I was little, maybe 4 or 5. Grandma and Grandpa were taking care of me, and I remember I wanted to try the chicharron, the chip, and Grandma Lena wouldn't let me have it because it was too salty, and she said it was bad for me. So when Grandma Lena went to take a nap, Grandpa Bernie came after, and he let me have some, and I thought that was nice.
When he used to live with me and my mom back in preschool days, he would always take me early in the morning to McDonald's, and then he would always buy me hash brown. He would get his coffee, then my mom would be like, "Oh, don't buy her that hash brown, that's not good for her." But he would always still buy it for me because he knew how much I liked it.
I can remember one time when I was 4 or 5, and I keep hearing the story from my parents that in kindergarten I got in trouble for biting another student. And I just recently read the notes that my mom showed me. But when Grandpa Bernie found out that I bit him, he told me, "Irvin, why are you biting him? You need to punch him. You need to punch him." So I'll never forget that. And I got into a few fights after that. But
What I remember most about Grandpa is his famous quotes or famous words, such as if we watched a movie and he apparently didn't like it, he would say, "Lousy movie." Or he would always say, "Terrific," whenever something good happened. And whenever we said bye to him after we were leaving someplace, we'd always tell him, "Bye, Grandpa, I love you." And he would say, "I love you too, God bless you." And he was just known for saying that to us all the time.
I'm so glad that I got to go to your birthday party last year. It was such a treat to be the only one among my siblings to go. Last summer was also special because our whole family got to spend time with you, the aunties, uncles, and cousins.
I wish I could have seen you more often, but I'm glad that we had fun together during the field
few times that we had seen each other. One of those times was just last summer when you and me watched that funny Disney movie, Toy Story 3.
I know we didn't get to see each other a lot, but I'm glad I got to spend some time with you over the years, especially last summer. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you and the family.
Remember when Grandpa was asking you something?
No, he wasn't asking me, but it was just me and Irvin at the house in Hinaya, and then and Grandpa Bernie was there, and then I was watching TV. I was like, Grandpa, can we change the channel? And he was, what? Grandpa, can we change the channel? What? Grandpa, can we change the channel? Oh, we don't have any more milk.
I remember, no matter what, he would always take care of us when we were young or even when we got older. He would always come to simple things like games or graduations or parties, anything really.
I remember how he would show up to my soccer games and my choir concerts, my hula Tahitian performances, and how he showed up to my first agape retreat for confirmation. He taught me that family is really important and that they'll always be there for you.
The most recent and fondest memory that I will remember forever is the day that I came home from nationals. The first thing I saw when I was met at the airport was the family, and Grandpa in the front, sitting in his chair, crying his eyes out, happy for me. It put me to tears too, and it just showed me how proud he was of me and how much he loved me, and it made me feel like I was doing something right.
I don't know why this memory sticks out so much for me, but it does. One day when I was about 8 years old and Grandpa Bernie came to visit us in California, we decided to take a walk to the park. When we were about halfway there, he told me I was walking too fast. So I slowed down and I smiled. And in that simple moment, it struck me. I was walking with a man that I so truly admired. I realized how much admiration, respect, and love I had for him. And as time passed and as I learned more about him, that admiration has only grown.
I think the most important lesson he taught me was just to be caring and for everybody, and that's what he taught me. I mean, he didn't really say it verbally, but he always just, in his actions, I was able to see that, like, just always be nice to people and to take care of your family, and families first, and just always be supportive.
Overall, I think he's taught everybody in the biscocho family what love is and how a family, what is a family and how it should be. And yeah, because he's pretty much like set the standards for this family and like how we should always be there for each other.
Our family is really close, and you can't beat that. I guess for us, it's normal for everybody to be like hanging out together, but for the other families, it's not. Like, they don't understand why you would want to hang out with your cousins and your family every day. I had one of my friends one time. He said that he hopes one day that his family will be as close as our family is. I think that's just a tribute to what Grandma Bernie and Grandma Lena have done.
Like I said before, he was always there for all the grandchildren, and that's what a grandfather is. If you're there for your family, you're there to love and support them, then you've fulfilled your duty as a grandfather, and Grandpa has done everything above and beyond.
Dear Grandpa Bernie.
Dear Grandpa Bernie.
Dear Grandpa Bernie.
Aloha. Talofa. Kumusta?
First of all, I would like to say thank you for everything you've done for the Biscocho family. You are inspiration to us all, and I hope you know that.
Thank you for all that you have done for us. For you, being my greatest supporter was a must. Thank you for being the rock and inspiration for us all. I loved when you called me champ. You knew how to make me feel tall.
There are just so many things to thank you for, and so many reasons why I want to grow up to be just like you.
You're thoughtful, kind, you're sweet, hilarious. You always put your family first, but most of all, you're as strong as an ox.
Wow, what an amazing role model you are and an inspiration.
You taught me and my other cousins to be strong, faithful, and especially a family-first kind of person.
You are a great example of what it is to be a man. I've always looked up to you and tried my best to make you proud of me.
And seeing how you were always there for me, I know you were.
Honestly, Grandpa, if I grew up to be even half the man you are, I would be more than content. I hope I'm able to make the same impact on the world as you did.
I love you very much, Grandpa Bernie. I would give anything just to spend time with you and see you again.
Irvin and I are so blessed you were able to witness our marriage. As I look at photos, you were the most proud grandpa. I am now 6 months pregnant with your great-grandson, Ian J. I wish you could have met him. I understand everything happens for a reason, and I know that you are now his guardian angel and his #1 fan.
I know that you are happy and in a better place with Grandma Lena, and you'll watch over us and do your best to make us feel all better.
He taught us all how to appreciate life and how great it can be when you surround yourself with your loved ones.
I just wanted to let you know I love you and will always think of you.
I will always think of you, miss you, and love you.
Know that I will love you forever and I miss you.
I love you, Grandpa Bernie. I will miss you.
Congratulations, you win the award for Best Grandpa. Your hard work, dedication, and most importantly, love of your family made it happen for us, for all of us.
This family is the way we are because of you. You made sure we were always together, and I thank you for that. Thank you for making this family the best family, and we will continue to remain close because I know that's what you want.
So I'm going to take what you taught me as a lesson for the rest of my life. I'm going to keep my knees bent, keep my eyes on the ball, follow through, and I'm going to keep on making you proud, Grandpa.